Hey guys, it's Joshy here and I'm back with another Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon Dice Battle. So I've been dying to get back into Dice Battles and do more, and finally got this one, and I think I got another one or two ready to go edited soon. But if you do enjoy this at any stage today, guys, please do, what should we do? I think Venno shocked that like button, you know, but also if you want to verse me in a dice battle or any other type of battle, jump on my Discord, which is linked below. But have a dice battle against me is so much fun. Also, if you want to get into a dice multi or something as well, I'm looking to do some. So anyway, you roll to choose your first Pokemon. Now this was against Evan. We ended up deciding to use one of every tier, I believe, from PU up, or yeah, I believe that's what we did. So that's what we went with. So I ended up getting Gliscor first. He got Roserade, but I had to swap out because he rolled a 5, and I rolled a 6, which was awesome. So I chose to go for Dark Pulse because I can't poison Roserade. I was thinking maybe, I'm not sure if he's running a Speedy or what set I can suss out Speed. So I actually rolled 2 6s in a row to start with, which is massive, and I'm able to go for a Toxic here. So I thought, this is great. This thing's not going to be able to, you know, last forever. And then he ended up getting Dragon Pulse, Breath, sorry, which is great that I'm already poisoned. I don't have to worry about the paralysis here. So, you know, we're starting strong with Gliscor, and I'm hoping to continue. So, you know, then I get a 5. I'm like, ugh, okay, got to swap here. So anyway, I swap out, and I brought in Farfetch'd, which is my PU one. And, you know, he goes for an Attract there, gets Attract. Luckily, it doesn't work, thank goodness. So now I'm like, okay, what are we going to do? What do we get? So I get a 2. I'm like, that's not too bad. I know it's not very effective at all, but if I got a crit, I could do more damage. You know, don't get the crit. But he's still poisoned, and he gets Disarming Voice. So I'm like, I'm not too afraid of this, you know. It's not doing too much, and it seems like it's a more trolly set than a big hitter. So anyway, I get a 6 this turn, so I'm like, sweet, I can do what I want. He actually also gets a 6, so I'm like, oh, damn. I'm probably going down here, which really sucks. So, you know, you got that. And I actually outspeed, which is fantastic. So I thought, yes, okay, cool. I still outspeed. So I'm going to go for my Fly MZ, which is actually Mirror Move. So I get a +2 in attack. But unfortunately, Disarming Voice is a special move. Nonetheless, I still grab Disarming Voice and I go for the Twinkle Tackle. So I thought, oh, well, even though he did Mega Evolve, he is still weak to Twinkle Tackle here, so I'm going to do at least a decent amount of damage, and decent-ish, I should say. So he ends up going for Dragon Breath, and I'm like, okay, I'm probably going to go down, or we'll see. So he doesn't quite take me out, thank goodness, because it's Dragon Breath, but I also don't get paralyzed, and the Toxic is enough to take him out. So yeah, okay, Mirror Move wasn't amazing, but nonetheless, it was still good enough to take him out. So anyway, I rolled a 1, which I was like, that's a big shame, because this is actually first impression, so that was great. So I thought, great, oh well, at least he got a 5, so he had to swap. So it's a useless turn, but at least it's useless for all of us, not just me. So anyway, we roll again, and I get a 1. So I'm going for another first impression, but he got another 5, so that was another wasted turn. And again, at least it was wasted for both of us, and not just me. So, you know, first impression, great move, but dice battle, oh, it's a bit iffy. So anyway, guess what, guys? I roll a 1! Anyway, and he, you know, it was useless for me. Luckily for me, he misses with a Fire Blast there, so it's super useless. And then I get Knockoff, finally. So that is going to obliterate Slowking there, because, you know, I get to knock off his Assault Vest, but I have +2 in attack, so you have to remember that. So at least I got to do a bit of work here with Farfetch'd. He's been pretty strong. So anyway, now I'm like, okay, what am I going to get? So I get a 2, so I'm like, not too bad, except for the fact that Evan rolls well enough, and this Zygarde is obviously over this, and is just going to pull out a Draco Meteor to get rid of Farfetch'd on like a small amount of health, and even gets a crit. That's how salty Evan's Pokemon are at this point, and Farfetch'd is going down, but my PU Mon did great. So I thought, okay, let's bring in my Seismitoad, and we'll go from here. I think we had a spread of tiers. It may not be perfect, and they have changed some of them recently since when we did this battle. So anyway, he rolls, gets Earth Power. I get a 2, so it's Poison Jab. So I was like, come on, give me the poison. That'd be great. That'd really help out here. Come on, come on. And I don't. So I'm like, damn. Okay, well, I rolled a 1, and I was like, okay, well, at least he's dropped a Draco, so he's doing less damage, but he's still doing damage. Now, I don't want to be poisoned either. Luckily, I'm not. And so I got the Scold, so I'm like, come on, can I burn at least? That'd be great. And I get the burn. So obviously Toxic would have been better. This guy is not a physical attacker. But any form of extra damage is still better than none. And so now he gets Focus Blast. So this thing's just firing moves at me at this point. And I'm like, okay, well, it's still not doing much. And I get a 1 again. So I'm like, okay, more damage for a Scald. You know, he's burnt, still taking damage. But, yeah. So anyway, now I roll a 5. So I was like, ugh, god damn it. Well, I'm going to swap out. I thought, let's bring Gliscor back in. At least if it's an Earth Power, it's not going to do too much. And it's a Sludge Wave. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm already poisoned. So he can't, you know, what he can do to me with his moves isn't that massive. So I'm going to get my Poison Heal back up. And he's going to take a little bit more fire damage. So I'm like, okay, let's say. So guys, I roll a 2. So I'm like, sweet, that's cool. Except for the simple fact that it's Toxic. And yeah, it's not going to do anything. So that sucked. But, you know, again, when somebody's burnt or poisoned, at least they're going to take a little bit more damage at the end of the turn. So anyway, he rolls, gets Draco. So I'm like, okay, well, 1, rude, but should be doing not too much damage. 2, I rolled a 6, so at least I can pick my own move. And I'm going to go for the Earth Power for the stab. And yes, this is obviously a special Gliscor, because why not? Anyway, I'm going to get the Poison Heal back up a little bit of that damage done, but he's going to take burn damage, and that is going to take out the Zygarde there, so I'm doing pretty well at this point. I'm pretty happy. So anyway, in comes Brosalina, which is actually a pretty cool name. Love it. And I wonder if it was originally supposed to be a Rose... I don't know. I don't know what it was supposed to be, but if it was meant for this, that's cool. So anyway, I get a 1, he gets a whatever it is, and he's going for Pin Missile here, and he is going to hit 5 times. So that's going to do, you know, some damage. It's not amazing, it's not crazy. I got Venoshock on 1, so, you know, still damage. It's not amazing again, and also this is a Roserade, so special defense is quite good. So anyway, I rolled a 2, and I'm like, oh, it's like, I wish he rolled a 5, because unfortunately 2 is Toxic and I cannot poison this thing. So, you know, there's that, and he's getting a Swords Dance up, so I'm not really wanting to take much damage from this guy. So in the end, I roll a 3. He actually gets Swords Dance again, so I was a bit worried here. I'm like, yeah, okay, any move from this guy is gonna do damage. But it could suck if he turns around and rolls a 5. That is the worst thing in dice battles, when you get your boosts and then roll 5s. Like, it's like the world hates you. So here we go. So I end up getting a 1. He gets Power Whip, misses the Power Whip. I'm like, thank Lord, because Gliscor, you know, he's not ready to go yet. He's doing some work. And so is this damn Roserade at the moment. So anyway, I end up rolling a 2. He gets Pin Missile. I'm like, okay, let's see how much damage this is going to do. I'm like, okay, not too much. He ends up only hitting 2 times that time, so that's even better. I got Toxic, so that was fantastic. And yeah, I'm going to take some Poison Heal damage, which is good because it's going to keep me alive. And then I rolled a 5, so I'm like, cool, let's swap out. So I'm going to actually swap into my Staraptor here for the simple fact of Intimidate. So now, and the fact I resist his moves. So now I'm like, let's see where we go. So he actually got a 6, so I'm like, shit. So he's going to go for the Bloom Doom here, and this is going to go straight off his Power Whip. So this is going to be a strong hitting move. He's +3 in attack, so what's that get him to? 2.5 times attack. So that's going to do a fair chunk of damage. So I'm like, let's see how we do. You know, I mean, I resist it, but at the same time, he's got it. So anyway, I am actually going to just leave that on 13, and the simple reason I did is because of my EV spread is a more defensive Staraptor. The only problem with that is now I get outsped, and so I'm going to go down. But nonetheless, I like running a defensive Staraptor sometimes because he's pretty different and quirky. So Staraptor is going down, but that is fine. So I thought, you know, I roll. If your Pokemon dies, you roll the dice to see who comes out. If you roll a 5, you get to pick. So anyway, he actually gets that horrible 5 and ends up having to swap, bring in his Udux, which is his Farfetch'd. Brain snap there. And funny enough, we both picked Farfetch'd as our PU. So anyway, Earth Power doesn't hit him, but now I get to go for the Venoshock. Luckily, I got Venoshock. Or at least an attack that hit, because he goes for Final Gambit here, which is going to do a large amount of damage on me. Wouldn't have been enough to take me out, but at least hitting him first with a move got to reduce the amount of damage I took. So now he's going to bring back out that damn Roserade. So obviously these guys are going, they're really knocking heads at this point. So I end up rolling a 5, so I have to swap out. And so I thought, let's bring in Innocence. I resist him. I can get rid of this thing, hopefully. We'll see what's going to happen. So he goes for Power Whip. Now, obviously, he's lost all his boosts after returning, which sucks for him. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm taking this really well. I end up rolling a 2, and I was like, okay, well, we want this thing gone. Luckily, all my attacks are attacking moves, so I actually got Acrobatics. Even though I still have my item, that will be enough now to take out that Roserade, because that was getting a bit worrying there. So, wasn't the best looking. So he's down to 1 Pokemon, but that never means anything, because in a dice battle as well, guys, when you roll a 5 and it's your last Pokemon because you can't swap, it becomes a 6. So that gives you 1/3, so 33% chance of getting a 6, so to say. So he goes for the knockoff. It does massive damage, not quite enough to take me out, but he's going to lose a little bit of damage. I end up rolling a 4, which is Iron Head, which is good for damage. It actually does a fair bit, thanks to my Beast Boost. And then he gets a superpower. So the superpower kind of does suck for him, because now Pangoro is going to lose attack and defense, which is going to make him a little harder to use. But Innocence is down, so I'm down to my last 3, so I rolled and I got Seismitoad. So I thought, okay, this could go either way, we'll see, but all my moves are also attacking moves. So I rolled, I got 4 again, he gets superpower again. Now, it will be close, but unfortunately for him, he doesn't take me out for the simple fact he got it last turn. It's a shame he got it already. So I am, going to pop my Salak Berry here, which means if for some reason I didn't kill him this turn, I will outspeed next turn. But, guys, I got 4 again, which is Earthquake, and from that range, I'm definitely going to take it out. So I ended up winning that one 3-0, but that was a really, really fun dice battle. Didn't even get to reveal my last Pokemon. I couldn't even tell you what it was anymore. But Gliscor put in some work. I mean, actually, a few Pokemon did, but Gliscor, Farfetch'd also really. But that was really, really fun. Now, guys, if you did enjoy this, as I said earlier, please do Venoshock that like button. Don't forget Discord is linked below, along with Twitch and Twitter, but Discord is where I do all my battles. Also, don't forget, use that comment section. I love hearing from you guys in there, so definitely use it for whatever you want to tell me. And finally, guys, if you like keeping up with my battles, dice battles, just any other games or playthroughs or Pokemon stuff, hit that sub button. It helps you out, helps you keep up to date, and it definitely helps me out in turn. But anyway, guys, until my next video, I'll see ya.